that is going to be a pass to number 3 on the shovel. And looks like that's going to be Cesar Gonzalez for Lovington.
Yeah, big time tackle there with the pursuit by Zy Carrasco coming up from his safety spot to make that a tackle for loss. And that's going to bring up second down and about 18, I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's go second down and about 18 for the Wildcats. 7-0 is the score if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. There's a possibility that you might be getting the feed now on KSVPTV.com. There's the pass intended for number 6. And there's numerous number 6 here, but they're all wide receivers, so I'm not real sure exactly which one to go by. But we're just going to take a guess and say DeMarcus Thompson. He is a senior, and it's going to be an incomplete pass, and it's going to be first down and 19. Third down and 19, excuse me.
Well, it should be. The scoreboard still says first down, but...
Well, now we have on the sideline the marker saying second down, so they're all mixed up.
Well, it's going to be second over again because it's going to be a penalty on the Wildcats, and they're going to take that penalty to get them all the way back on their side of the field. This is going to be a second and about 30.
Audio should be up.
Take a look at it and see. Okay, so it's going to be, they're going to call it second down and about 29 for Gomez, the quarterback. And he's dropping back to pass. Has an eligible man open. No, he's under pressure now, and up the middle. It's going to be caught for a gain. And we'll get you a number here in just a moment. It looks like I see number 5, Damian Quesada, with the tackle, it appears.
Yeah, and Zy Carrasco again helping out on that tackle with Quesada. They got some positive yardage there, but it's still going to be third and about 18.
So third down and 18 as the clock continues to roll. Kyle strike first on a 1-yard rush by Manny Fuentes, and the PAT was up and good as Lovington Wildcats go trips to the right, twins to the bottom, so spread offense for Gomez and the Lovington Wildcats. And here is Gomez, set. He's waiting for it, he's dropping back to pass, looking left, and looks like it's going to be close to being picked off, but it's going to be caught. And it's still going to be way short. Great catch by DeMarcus Thompson, the wide receiver for the Lovington Wildcats. Going to bring up a fourth down.
It's going to be fourth and about 12, but they're going to say 13 on public address, but they're at the 35-yard line. They're in that area where it's kind of too close to punt, too far to try field goals. They're probably going to go for this, even with a down a distance of 4th and 13. The Kyleton definitely kind of a prevent defense on that last play. Let's see if they pull Eli Lynn back to a linebacker spot and play it the same way. Looks like they will.
4th and 13 as head coach Anthony Gonzalez decides to go for it. Then Gomez going deep up the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended. And that's going to be Dallas Prudencio. That's going to be incomplete, but coach, the Roswell Coyotes dodge a bullet.
Yeah, they do get that stop, and after allowing a bunch of yards and pretty much just allowing Lovington to march up the field, penalties hurt them. They couldn't overcome them like we did, and now we've got a turnover on downs, first turnover of the season. We'll see if we can get out to a 2-score lead here.
All right, 7-0 is the score as we mentioned earlier. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes as they gain possession on the incomplete pass. Manny Fuentes is the quarterback, and we'll talk about the front line here in just a second as Manny Fuentes getting direction from head coach Jeff Lynn. And it's going to be handed off. And I believe that's going to be Bryce Sanchez for positive yardage, and it is going to be Bryce Sanchez. The starters offensively for the Roswell Coyotes, number 41 is Al-J Macias, wide receiver at 5'10", 175 pounds. And Javier Garcia, number 51, playing left tackle, 5'10", 200 pounds. And then Daniel Cedillo, number 67, left guard, 5'7", 250-pound senior. And there's a speed option to the right side. And it looks like there's going to be positive yardage once again for the Roswell Coyotes. And that's going to be...
I'm going to say no gain on the carry by Luis Godoy, the first carry of his career at the varsity level.
Luis Godoy Okay, so they're gonna give him one.
Nothing.
They're gonna give him nothing. Okay, sounds good. So 3rd down and 8. Let's see if Coach Lynn and Manny Fuentes will go to the air here on this possession. Playing center tonight is number 74, Rico Lujan, at 5'9", 220-pound senior. And here's Manny Fuentes at the spread formation, dropping back to pass. Fuentes rolling out, and he's going to be sacked for a loss, and he'll be brought down about the 29-yard line. Trying to see here, we're getting some messages here. We're trying to make sure everything's working. It looks like we're getting the feed now on KSVPTV.com. We are live on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, so you can put both together until we can get this worked out here. It is going to be a punt formation. Zach Carrasco is the Coyote that will do the punting once again this year for the Roswell Coyotes, and it's a nice punt. And Coach McDonald, was that a fair catch?
It was.
Okay, so the fair caught by Zadok Benincourt, and the Lovington Wildcats will take over about the 34-yard line. As I was talking about the offense earlier, Hector Aguirre was playing right guard, or is playing right guard. Stands at 5'8", 185 pounds. Number 70 is Adrian Barrazo, the right tackle, 6'2", 225. And Malachi Mitchell, number 12, playing tight end at 5'11". The running backs for the Roswell Coyotes this evening. Bryce Sanchez, you'll hear a lot about him this year's game. Nothing but muscle, I promise you that. Number 22, 5'10", 210 senior. Josh Estrada playing slot back, 5'7", 175-pound senior. And there's going to be a pass, and it's going to be a nice catch by DeMarcus Thompson, and a nice pass by Wyatt Gomez.
Yeah, and they're going to have an injury timeout. Connor Nichols is shaking up on the play. I don't think he can stay in.
Okay.
At the moment, they don't have a sub coming. Now they do. Looks like they're going to bring in.
Looks like
A.B. Toscano, mate? No.
It looks like A.B. Toscano, number 11.
Yeah, that's who came in as 11.
Okay, number 11, A.B. Toscano is in the ball game now, and here comes Gomez once again. He's going to try up the middle. He's under pressure, and good defense by the Roswell Coyotes, and it's going to be incomplete. Great job by number 32. That's going to be Vernon Molinar.
Yeah, great defense there. He just stayed with his man, broke up the pass, made sure it couldn't be caught, and that's a long way to go for a linebacker. That's pretty good pass coverage there.
We'll talk about Peyton Kenner here in just a moment, as he is actually playing the fullback position for the Roswell Coyotes. And then we'll also talk about number 8, Manny Fuentes, the senior captain quarterback. Stands at 5'10", 160 pounds. But right now, defensively, the Roswell Coyotes are playing defense. And that one's just going to be shot down into the flats area. And it's going to be caught by Cameron Ochoa. And that's going to be bring up a 4th down situation for Lovington with 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Coyotes do lead 7-0.
It's just 3rd down.
3rd down. Okay, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down situation. So 3rd and 6 inside the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 36 on the 19 right hash for the ones that are listening. And there's going to be a quick pass into the flat area, and it's going to be close to a 1st down as Cameron Ochoa makes a nice catch.
Damian Quezada on the tackle, able to get him out of bounds, but it's going to be close to a 1st down. It's going to be short. Going to bring up 4th and 1.
Okay, so 4th down and 1. Okay, so they went for it, and it looks like the Roswell Coyotes, they're going to be just a pause for just a moment to find out what the White Hat's going to say here. Looks like the Roswell Coyotes did their job defensively and held the Lovington Wildcats And the Roswell Coyotes will take over on downs. What do you think about that, Coach?
Well, Zy Carrasco getting in there from his safety position. He was the last man to get out. And another turnover on downs. So that's already 2 turnover on downs for the Coyotes. As we get to the quarter, and we're going to go the long way down the other side of the field.
Sounds good. So that is the quarter. The Roswell Coyotes do lead 7-0. We'll be right back. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll be right back. Test 1. What?
Switch the audio now, so I don't think you have to be on the call anymore.
Well, let's check, make sure before we do get off of it.
Yeah, he texted me. He said
We're on?
He switched the audio to that.
Through here?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pull up Radman again just so y'all can still do the commercials.
Okay.
Do I get off?
Yeah.
Do I get off for sure? Yeah.
Let's do a sound check here because I don't think we're turned on.
Yeah, you can ask him.
Ask him.
Test, 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 test.
Yeah, play the break.
Test 1, test 1.
Play the break.
Yeah, you can hang on now.
So are we on?
Yes. Yes.
We're on the air?
Oh.
No, you need to play the break. Sorry. Not in the air. You need to play the break.
Just go straight to the game.
Okay, the break's playing, right? Is the break playing?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah, once the break's coming back, I will put.
Was that a run or a pass? Dang it.
I don't know.
Oh, no, it's a carry.
All right, welcome back to Roswell High School football. Looks like we might have everything back on. So now we are live on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
All right, partner.
All right, now.
Got it.
Now let's see what we can get done here. So now it looks like the Roswell Coyotes now are 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Manny Fuentes is the quarterback, and that's going to be a nice run by who other than Bryce Sanchez.
Yeah, about 10 on that one. So they had 2 big plays coming in from the quarter. A pass play to Malachi Mitchell down the sideline for 26 yards. And then Bryce Sanchez with a big 17-yard carry and now a 10-yard carry to add to that. He's up to 50 yards, and the Coyotes are on the move here at the 31.
All right, it sounds, I'm getting the text messages now that says it sounds good, so very good. And, Coach, you're going to have to bring me up to speed on this one right here as I was answering questions here. So
No, that's fine. That's quarterback keeper on the option, and it's going to be a gain of 1 for Manny Fuentes. Manny with the rushing touchdown earlier, the only score in the game. But the Coyotes with a 2nd and 9 here at the Lovington Wildcat 30-yard line. On the move, as we said. That big offensive line starting to move people for Bryce Sanchez, and that just opens things up for Manny Fuentes.
all right, there's going to be the toss pitch to the right side, and that's going to be a nice run.
Yeah, Luis Godoy, and he's going to be close. Let's see. He's going to be about a yard short. So 8 yards for Godoy. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 at the 22.
All right, now we're getting the thumbs up. We're getting sounds good. Okay, we're good to go now. All right, Coach. Now we're 3rd and 1 now. There is going to be 3rd and 1 from the 22, so it's going to be on the right hash, as you can see now. The ones that are listening on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Fumble.
There's going to be a fumble on the play, and it looks like the Roswell Coyotes will gain possession. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation.
Coach, was that Fuentes under center? It wasn't. That was Padilla under center.
Okay, so I'm looking over the sideline to find out if everything's okay with Fuentes. So we do have another quarterback here. Is that going to be number 35?
Yeah, it's Padilla.
That's Andrew Padilla.
You know,
As he goes in motion, and there's going to be a toss pitch over here to Bryce Sanchez, and he's going to be real close. I don't think he has it.
I think he does. I think he was pushed across by a Lovington Wildcat. It's going to depend on the spot, obviously, but they needed to get to about the 21, and they are very close. We're going to see if they're going to measure. They're right over there by the sticks. And the teams are staying on the field. They're not switching offense for defense. Usually an indication that, oh, I don't know. I think you're right. I think it's going to be about 6 inches short.
If that, let's see what happens. I'm looking at Coach Lynn on the opposite side. And they are going to bring the chain gang out. All right, it's going to be real close.
Yeah, they didn't get it. So turnover on downs as Sanchez needed 3, got 2. And really it was stopped well short, but a Lovington tackler pushed him forward, and I thought he had it. But it is going to be a turnover on downs. Partner, I'll tell you what. If you would have told me one score with 9 minutes left in the first half of this game, one total score, I'd have told you you're crazy. I thought we were going to have a shootout today.
Well, you and I were talking before we had some vehicle difficulties. Hey, we're all good. We made it here. So here's the thing. We talked about the Roswell Coyotes. Now, listen, traditionally, you know, with Jeff Lynn's team, he you know, there's going to be a flag on the play. But, you know, last year, in the last 4 games, they kind of started off a little slow and then really just capitalized and really took off and really just we were talking about the point differential defensively because the Roswell Coyotes are really going to be doing a good job this year defensively. Not that they're not offensively, but the defense is the name of the game for the Roswell Coyotes this year.
Oh, absolutely. I think their defense was a little unsung and underrated last year, and they returned 10 out of 11 on offense,
right.
But they've returned 7 on defense, and the ones that they're bringing up are certainly capable. So we'll see what this call is. They're having a lot of discussion, or maybe they're deciding if they're going to take it. I haven't seen an indication of what kind. I don't know how that could be a defensive penalty. It's not.
So it's going to be on Lovington. It appears to be on Lovington.
I'm guessing it's a hold, and it was about 2 yards. So no, they're going to say right at the line of scrimmage. So that is going to be
a 10-yard penalty.
And the full 10 yards because it.
So it's going to be first and then.
Yeah, so they said 15 on public address, but I think it was a hold and 10-yard penalty.
I agree with you.
Unless they went half the distance.
Well, nonetheless, it's going to be first and about 20 for the Lovington Wildcats. So it looks like Gomez, the quarterback.
Now here's where the defense can make a name for themselves in this game right here.
There's going to be, he's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
Yep, Noah Lynn. Noah Lynn with the sack, and that's going to be a sack for.
We'll get confirmation on that. There's. Yeah, Wyatt Gomez is going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, I thought it was number 3, but I think you're right. It's number 2.
Okay, so.
And more discussion here, or what's going on? They're just huddling up. All right. So it is going to bring up a second and about 25 with the 5-yard sack from Noah Lynn. Got to get all the way out to the 32 for a first down.
All right, so that's going to be a dump pass over in the flat area once again. And the quarterback, we're going to get confirmation on this because the Lovington roster has 2 different quarterbacks, and Shooter Burns. That says wide receiver, but I'm going to assume this is going to be Wyatt Gomez. That's the one that we have talked about in the past. We're going to go with Wyatt Gomez with the pass into the flat area, and he is going to be brought down.
Yeah, Keegan Nichols with the tackle. That's a complete pass, but for no yards. So it is going to bring up third and about 25. And this is where you just got to be careful. I expect they'll drop Eli back into coverage, make him play like a linebacker. Well, now he's going to be one of the 3 rushers here.
Okay, 3-man front for the Coyotes defensively. And once again, it's going to be Wyatt Gomez, the quarterback, shotgun right. And it's going to be handed off. And I see a couple of Coyotes. I did see number 7 for the Coyotes. That is going to be Keegan Nichols. I did see Keegan with the assist. Are you going to give him credit for that?
Yeah, he and Eli Lynn, that's kind of like a half a tackle there. It's going to bring up 4th and 22 from their own 9-yard line.
So let's see if Coach Gonzalez for Lovington, if he's going to try to draw him offside or if he's going to punt from the 1-yard line. Let's see what happens here.
Who's back here? Is that Aby? I can't see the number.
It looks like Aby Toscano, but we'll get that number here in just a moment. Oh, a poor kick, and that's going to be about the 26-yard line of the Roswell Coyotes.
Wow. So a 17-yard punt, no return. And that sets the Coyotes up beautifully at the 27, they're going to say. So.
Yep.
7. Don't push it?
Yeah, say we'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay, so.
Okay, we'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're listening and watching 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. We'll be back. All right, welcome back to Roswell High School football. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Right now, the Roswell Coyotes 3rd and 8 now from about the 25-yard line. Manny Fuentes has a man open. Touchdown, Coyotes! So a pass from Manny Fuentes.
That's Peyton.
And it looks like it's going to be Peyton Kennard for the touchdown.
25-yard strike.
And, Coach, you're going to have to, and I know you will, because we had that technical difficulty, but you're doing such a good job of writing that stuff down. You can recap it here in just a moment. 13-0 is the score. Peyton Kennard will do the kicking for the Roswell Coyotes. The PAT is getting set. There's a snap. Up. Good. So 14-0 is the score. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. We'll be right back. You are listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Welcome back to Roswell High School football. You are listening to Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. 14-0 is the score. Real quick recap on the first touchdown. Manny Fuentes scored on a 1-yard rush. And then Peyton Kennard on the PAT up and good. And then recap the second one, Coach.
Second one was a 25-yard strike from Manny Fuentes to Peyton Kennard. And he was good on the PAT once again. And Lovington has got a good kickoff return here out to the 43-yard line. So that'll put a little pressure on this Coyote defense as we hit the 5:35 mark of the second quarter. With the Coyotes ahead 14-0 for everyone listening on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Okay, so text messages are coming in, and once again, we're going to apologize. Had a little technical difficulty, but we're trying to get back to par here, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Lovington. It's going to be handed off. Once again, the score is 14-0. We're here in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 25 seconds. We're here in Lovington, New Mexico at Brian Urlacher Field, blue turf, and breeze about 5 to 15 miles an hour going northwest.
And Aiden Rutley there with a nice tackle on that run up the middle for no yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Oh, and there's movement. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15 as we get motion on the offensive line for Lovington. So that makes things a little easier for this defense, looking for a stop. They have had 2 turnovers on downs already in this game. So the defense doing their job for the most part. They did allow some yardage on the one drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they've been very good. That front 4 on the defense, which has oftentimes been a front 3. And now they'll bring up the 4th man.
2nd and 15 from the 38 left hash for the ones that are listening on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And the pass to or from Wyatt Gomez is going to be incomplete.
And I'll tell you what, Connor Nichols, receiver pushed off on Connor. Connor's still able to get up there and break up that pass. That's nicely done. Easily could have been offensive pass interference, which Coach Lynn maybe would have declined, but maybe not. That's a tough call.
All right, so I interrupted you there. I apologize, partner, but real quick, we're getting some messages in here. One of our listeners, loyal listener from guess where? Bangor, Maine.
Oh, Bangor,
They want to say hello to us once and again. They want to say right here, hey, fellas, hey, we're listening from Bangor, Maine. So, hey.
Must be Emma Burt.
It is. And there's going to be a timeout, so that means we'll take one too. We'll be right back. You are listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Most of the problems that people have with plants comes down to basic farm management. That means knowing what to plant and when to plant it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Planting at the wrong time usually leads to disappointment and heartache, sort of like your first love. But planting at the right moment puts Mother Nature on your side, and that makes growing things easier and a whole lot more fun. So before you plant anything, come to see us at Roswell Seed, or just give it a try and hope for the best. It gives me a chance to say, I told you so.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state.
Okay,
it's
we're
the
back
flagship,
here
and their
in
academic
Lovington,
programs
Mexico.
are among the best.
Brian Urlacher Field. The Roswell Coyotes do lead 14-0. All right, Coach, let's see what we can do to get this going here. Let's get it interesting here. Let's talk about the defense of the Roswell Coyotes. We didn't get the opportunity earlier, but let's bring the public and the city of Roswell back to speed. Tell me your thoughts about the Roswell Coyotes defensively. We'll talk offensively here in just a moment. But right now, defensively, with 36 seniors and 20 juniors, what are your thoughts, sir?
Well, I'll tell you what, some of those juniors are going to be pretty impactful. I mean, 2 so far on the defensive side of the ball. One of them is Zy Carrasco, and he's been everywhere. He's already got 3 tackles, 1 for a loss. And the other one is Aiden Rutley, the big 6'4" junior defensive end. And we haven't even talked about the guy who's got a sack.
Right.
So, I mean, this defense, expecting a lot from this defense. Here comes Noah Lynn to chase him out of bounds, and he's going to – oh,
That's going to be picked off!
It's Zy Carrasco.
Imagine that. You were just talking about that young man. He plays like a senior, but he's only classified as a junior. It's going to be picked off by Zy Carrasco. Wyatt Gomez, the quarterback for Lovington, was just running for his life, rolling out to the right side. But Zy Carrasco, he's every bit of 6'2", but he plays like he's about 6'4", 6'5", and just caught the ball.
Right, and Noah Lynn was chasing, showing his athleticism at 6'2", 245, chasing the speedy quarterback towards the sideline. And he helped make that happen as well.
Absolutely. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes on the 37-yard line, left hash. And Manny Fuentes, the senior captain quarterback, is going to change the formation now. Twins to the top here. Actually, it's going to be the bottom of your screen. And there comes Estrada around the turn. He's from at the 40-yard line. Let's see if they're going to give a flag on that. He's not. 20, 15, 10, and he's going to be down about the 9-yard line. It's going to be Josh Estrada.
Yeah, on the reverse. 26 yards. Big hitter for number 13, Josh Estrada. And that gets the Coyotes in business at their own, or I'm sorry, at the Wildcat 11-yard line.
Absolutely. So it's going to be 1st and 10. And here comes Manny Fuentes. And did we step on here? Did I lose?
No, I got you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Manny Fuentes now will hand it off to Bryce Sanchez, and he's going to be down about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, we'll give him 5 on that. Gets him up to 59 yards for the first half. That's pretty solid first half of work for the workhorse Bryce Sanchez. And now a screen. Oh, what a move. What a move.
And that's going to be touchdown, Coyotes.
What a move by A.B. Toscano. Little 6-yard touchdown catch. So last 2 passes completed by Fuentes have both gone for touchdowns.
How many yards you get credit for on
6.
that? 6-yard touchdown pass from Manny Fuentes to A.B. Toscano. And it looks like Kenner will do the kicking once again. The kick is up for the PAT, and that's going to be good. Roswell Coyotes now lead 21-0 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in 60 seconds. You're listening and watching KSUPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Welcome back to Roswell Coyote football. Coyotes do lead 21-0 as A.B. Toscano gets on the board with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Manny Fuentes. Roswell Coyotes kind of started out a little slow here in the first quarter, but looks like they're getting a little momentum offensively, Coach.
They are, but they're having trouble in kick coverage. This is the 3rd good run back and the 2nd that has been run back to at least the 45. This won't get out to the 47. And special teams going to have to fix that and fix it quickly. Gage Gordu on the tackle. And Lovington with a chance here with 3:16 left before halftime to try to get on the board as the Coyotes lead it by 3 scores, 21-0.
Got an update from the Woolbo. The Goddard High School Rockets lead 28-0 with 3:19 left in the second quarter. They're taking on Santa Teresa. Is that correct?
That's what I thought, but I'm not 100%
thinking
sure.
we'll get clarification. If you there can be the pass from Gomez once again, and it's going to be caught for positive yardage. If you can give us an update around the state, if you have just give us a quick text message, and that way we'll get it back on the air. As we were trying our best to.
Yeah, we'll try to get an Artesia Carlsbad score for you as well. Pass up the middle for, I'm going to say 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 in Coyote territory at the 46.
Okay, got another update here from Mr. Carrasco now. Artesia 20, Carlsbad 7. That was with 11:25 remaining in that second quarter. And it looks like that is being played over in
Carlsbad.
Carlsbad.
Yeah. And that is going to be about 2 yards short, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 as Connor Nichols adds another tackle to his tally.
Okay, so I'm going to see how we're sounding here.
Single back spread. And what's the call going to be? And it is going to be a penalty on the Lovington Wildcats, so that is going to bring up a 3rd and 7 on the false start. Going to bring the ball exactly to midfield.
Okay. So it does sound okay. So Goddard is playing Santa Teresa thanks to Coach Payne. We'll talk about our athletic programs here in just a moment. It is going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Lovington Wildcats as it is going to be trips to the top. And there's going to be Gomez in trouble, and is going to throw it away as he has no one. Actually, the pass was intended for Cameron Ochoa, but he's just going to have to throw it away. It's going to be an incomplete pass, and it will be 4th and 7.
And Dominic Silva, defensive tackle, all up in his business deep in the backfield. And nearly got a big loss on that one, but a good job by the quarterback, Wyatt Gomez, to just to get rid of that ball.
Absolutely.
But it is going to bring up 4th and 7 right at midfield.
He's going to spread it out. Gomez is waiting. He's getting some direction from Coach Gonzalez.
Coyotes are just going to bring 3. They drop Eli Lynn back to a linebacker position. Oh, and it's a quick kick, and that's not a bad idea.
Well, will it go into end zone? No, it's going to be placed about. Oh, it's going to be real close, and I think it will get into the end zone.
Yep, touchback. Boy, they had a chance to pin the Coyotes at the 1-foot line, but just couldn't get down there to it. Great surprise quick kick by the quarterback, Gomez, and I like the call. I really do.
Well, of course.
Because you don't want to give the Coyotes the ball there at midfield if you don't get it. And they nearly pinned us all the way back, but they are going to get the ball at the 20. And Manny Fuentes is going to have a minute 36 to try to add a fourth first half score before they head into the locker room at halftime.
Well, let's see what happens if Jeff Lynn is going to have Manny Fuentes go into just the no huddle and just, as you mentioned, Coach, just go ahead and just get the ball. Oh, there's going to be a timeout right here, it looks like.
Yeah, plenty of time.
So it looks like Lovington's going to take a timeout. Do you want to stay here?
Yeah, let's
just stay here and talk a little Roswell Coyote football. Real quick, I did get a message from Coach Aaron Payne. He is, our powerlifting coach, and one of the things we were talking about is Louis Godoy. He was actually the 4th in the state in powerlifting last year, and we want to make sure we're getting credit to that young man right there. And Coach Payne has just done a magnificent job with that powerlifting program.
Oh, absolutely, and we've got a player over here that's a powerlifting state champ, Bubba Marujo. So
that's correct.
I mean, that's really helped. Those two programs help each other so much, obviously.
Yeah.
Football program and the powerlifting program, as well as wrestling. You know, Coach Lynn really encourages his team to play multiple sports. And, you know, they get out there in baseball, they get out there in basketball, they get out there in powerlifting and wrestling. And, I mean, he'd love for him to play 3, but, you know, very few can do that anymore.
One of the things over at Roswell High School, you know, is you hit the nail right on the head, Coach. It's really perfect. We want to encourage all athletes to play multiple sports. I'm not talking 1 or 2 sports. We're talking 3 or 4 sports if necessary. And a lot of people question that at times, but we do have those players, those caliber players that, you know, run track and play baseball and, you know, play football and, you know what, even throw the javelin a time or two. So we want to encourage that because we want to promote all of our programs. There's going to be a quick pass from Manny Fuentes now to number 41, and that's going to be L.J. Macias, and that's going to be positive yardage.
Yeah, he's going to be out to the 30-yard line, 31, so that's going to be an 11-yard reception for L.J. Macias, his first catch of the evening and the season.
So it's going to be spread offense now. Fuentes dropping back to pass under pressure, and he's going to roll out, and let's see if he throws it out, and he does have a eligible receiver open, and that's going to be 2. It looks like Estrada. Estrada getting back over here to the bottom of your screen. Fuentes directing his offense now. It's going to be spread offense once again. Trips to the bottom, twins to the top of your screen. Here comes Manny Fuentes. Quick pass, and he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to be to number 30. That's going to be Giovanni Apodaca. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down, and we'll call it about 5. So 2nd and 5 from the 48-yard line.
Can't hardly keep up with the stats when they're doing it like this.
Did you think you were an artesia there, Coach?
I kind of did.
Yeah.
No,
I mean that in a respectful manner.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't keep stats for them.
They do such a good job over there with that quick offense. So once again, Manny Fuentes, 2nd and 5 from the 48. And here's Fuentes now dropping back to pass. And he is under pressure once again. I'm really impressed with this defense for the Lovington Wildcats. And he is going to be out about the 37-yard line. Good job by Manny Fuentes. It will be a big first down with 52 seconds left. And, I'm going to be real curious to find out or see if Coach Lynn will call a timeout and kind of get this organized here.
Well, he doesn't need to. I mean, he gets out of bounds, so the clock stops.
Well, and the reason I'm saying that is just Manny Fuentes did, and I know the strength and conditioning. I mean, I don't want to say he's gassed. That's not what I'm saying. Just to regroup a little bit, give him a breather maybe. But
I mean, that just might not have that luxury, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay. Once again, spread offense, Fuentes, and it's going to be a drop pass.
Yeah, that'll go against Fuentes for an incompletion, but that one's all on Bryce. He knows he should have had that one.
Yep.
Bryce, catch that next time when you're watching this film later tonight.
Well, he will. I promise you that. Let's get a little information here. Okay, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10, and the Coyotes probably will stay in empty formation here. Fuentes is going to take a shot, and it's going to be just incomplete.
Had a chance for L.J. Macias. Defender timed his jump too early, and Macias really had a chance to come down with that ball and just couldn't quite do it. Stops the clock again with 42 seconds. And
no, well, Lovington, they still have that blue turf. Brian Erlicher bought that for him.
Now, I wonder if he's going to do the upkeep and replace it when necessary.
Well, I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will, too. He's done a whole lot for this school in this town.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 10 now, so it's going to be pistol formation. Here comes Manny Fuentes once again rolling out to the right. He's going to take a shot. Might be close to intercept. It's going to be caught.
Should have been intercepted.
And you know what?
I don't know who it is.
Kelly McDonald, I can tell you who it is. That's going to be Bryce Sanchez. Oh, they're going to say Manny Segala.
33-yard strike.
You and I have been doing football for many, many years now. And how many times have we seen this happen where it goes in and out of the defender's hand and caught, and sometimes into the end zone and sometimes not. But I can tell you one thing that we saw. We're just going to stay here.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of surprises in our lifetime here.
Yeah, in the years we've been doing this,
my gosh,
we've
I'm
seen
telling you.
some crazy pass plays, the deflections and the immaculate receptions and things like that. That should have been a pick all the way. I mean, it's just I wouldn't even call it 50-50 ball. I mean, he just threw it up there. And
it was short.
The defenders had a much better chance to have it. But heads up, Manny Segala doesn't give up on it. He could have gone the defensive route there and tried to break it up, but instead he just kind of waits to make sure and gets his hands on the ball for the 33-yard reception. Now they have 29 seconds on the clock. I believe they have 2 timeouts. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Yeah, I think you're right, Coach.
I know they used 1 timeout early. I don't think they used another one. So they have either 1 or 2 timeouts here, but plenty of time. And feasibly 4 shots here from the 5.
Absolutely. Okay, so it's going to be 1st down and 5 from the 5, and the Roswell Coyotes trot back onto the field. Manny Fuentes gets his helmet back on and says, let's get back in tight formation here. We will have motion in this formation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not a secret. There it is, and there's going to be the toss to number 34. Touchdown, Coyotes. Luis DeGoy
might be
for the
coming
touchdown.
back. Might be coming back.
And it might be. Let's see what happens here with that flag on the floor.
Holding. So negates the first career touchdown for Luis Godoy and takes about 3 seconds off the clock. Only 3 seconds?
Yeah, about 3 seconds.
So the hold up the middle. I didn't see who it was on.
Well, I don't either. Let's see here. We don't have the instant just yet.
Might be Adrian Barraz. I'm not sure, but.
Okay, so the Coyotes are going to be 1st and 15 now as the touchdown will come back on the hold.
So now I'm not sure you have time for 4 plays might just be 3 to score here, and they may give Peyton Kennard a chance to kick one if they get in that situation.
Pistol formation. Here comes Fuentes. He's going to throw the fade, and that's going to be incomplete. Pass intended to Manny Segala once again, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. Fuentes is going to trot over to talk to the commander-in-chief, Jeff Lynn.
Yeah, and that ball never really gave Manny a chance to make a play on that one. He pretty much threw it out of bounds.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it stops the clock. I mean,
okay.
either give only him a chance or throw it out. Give yourself 2 more shots. Actually, could be 3 more shots now. I mean, these plays are not taking long at all. And they can run the ball here. They have timeouts to stop the clock. So,
what are we down on the screen here? That's going to be L.J. Macias?
LJ, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the ball's going to be fake to Bryce Sanchez, and the ball's going to be into the end zone, possibly touchdown this time for the Coyotes.
Is that Segala?
And it looks like Manny Segala once again for the Coyotes. Touchdown Coyotes is going to be 27-0 with about 13 seconds left in the first half. And it's going to bring out the kicking unit, and Peyton Kennard will do the PAT. So you're going to give him a
15-yard touchdown grab.
15-yard touchdown strike from Fuentes to Segala. PAT's up, and that one's going to be good, and that had some distance there, Coach. So, all right, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
All right, welcome back to Roswell High School football as Manny Fuentes throws another strike, 15 yards to Manny Segala. And, I'm telling you what, Manny Segala had a touchdown earlier, and that was called back. But the score is 28-0 with 13 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, and really not a whole lot of negatives to talk about for the Coyotes right here, except for what's about to happen, and that is kick coverage. I mean, they have allowed, I would say, 125, 130 yards of kickoff return coverage already, or kickoff returns, I should say. They've got to get that worked out.
Okay, let's see, Peyton Kennard. I'm telling you what, that young man right there has gained a little bit of muscle as well. There's going to be just a little pooch kick. And let's see if the Roswell Coyotes can do some damage here. And no, it's going to be.
Yeah, and the pooch kick might be the way to go tonight, because that's been our best kick coverage right there. Matthew Avitia, a junior defensive tackle, with his first trip to the score sheet.
5 seconds left here, Kelly McDonald, and it's 28-0. If you're just now listening or tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, appreciate the viewers out there that are watching KSVPTV.com.
Yeah, good start for the Roswell Coyotes this year. We always have championship aspirations. That's always the goal every year. And, there's a deep ball. Nobody will get there.
Yeah, not even close. And that's going to – no time left. The time expires. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We'll be right back here in about 3 minutes. Real quick, the Roswell Coyotes currently lead 28-0. That will end the first half. Real quick, 1-yard touchdown run by Manny Fuentes to score the first half, or the first touchdown, and the PAT was up and good, 7-0 Coyotes. And then the 25-yard strike from Manny Fuentes to Peyton, I was going to say Manning, Kennard. PAT was up and good, and then the 6-yard pass from Manny Fuentes to Avi Toscano. PAT up and good, and then the 15-yard strike from Manny Fuentes to Manny Segala. Scores 28-0. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in about 3 minutes. We'll talk a little stats, talk a little bit about the future of the Roswell Coyotes and the schedules of both teams. Thanks for listening. We'll be back here in 3 minutes. We'll be right back.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to light and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now, and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Your destination for health is closer than you think. You don't have to drive hours for personalized care. You can get high-quality health care right here, close to home, at Artesia General Hospital. From hip, knee, and shoulder replacements to sports injuries, general surgery, pain management, and wound care, our providers will help you get back to doing the things you love right here in Southeast New Mexico. Artesia General Hospital is here for you when you need us. To learn more about some of our key service lines, visit artesiageneral.com/closer.
Welcome back to Roswell Coyote Football. You are listening to Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. The Coyotes do lead 28-0. And we have about 10 minutes before we resume play. Coach McDonald, I know you have some statistics for us. You want to go over that, bud?
Yeah, but first I'm going to give you an update from the Wool Bowl. It's now 35-0. Goddard leads Santa Teresa. Not sure where in the game that is. Close to halftime, a little before the laughter. Going to talk some defensive stats first of all. First half statistics. Nice group effort, nice balanced effort by this Roswell Coyote defense. They allow no points on the board. They get 3 turnovers. Just 2 turnovers on downs, forced 2 punts, and had the 1 interception. So 3 turnovers for the Coyotes in the first half. They were led by Zy Carrasco with, I have him unofficially, 3 tackles, 1 of those for loss, and the interception. Keegan and Connor Nichols, brothers, each with 3 tackles in the first half. 2 tackles each from Jerm Morial, Eli Lynn, Gage Gladue, and 1 for Matthew Avitia, Aiden Rutley, Vernon Molinar, and Damian Quezada. And Noah Lynn also had 1 tackle. That was a sack in the game. So there's your defensive numbers for the Coyotes. On offense, pretty nice efficiency. Good balanced attack for the Coyotes in the first half. You had a 26-yard run from Josh Estrada. That was on a end around. Andrew Padilla, 1 rush for -1 yards. Luis Godoy, who ran one in for a touchdown but got it called back. Officially just 2 carries for 8 yards. Manny Fuentes, 6 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown. And Bryce Sanchez, the bell cow, the workhorse, 11 carries for a total of 59 yards in the first half. And spreading the ball around was Manny Fuentes. He went 10 for 13, 167 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. He hit 8 different receivers, only 1 with more than 1 catch. That was Manny Segala. He had 3 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown. Giovanni Apodaca had a catch for 5. Aby Toscano had a catch for 6. It was for a touchdown. Matt Castillo, a catch for 29 yards that set up the first touchdown. Peyton Kennard, 1 catch, 25 yards and a touchdown. L.J. Macias, 1 catch for 11. Josh Estrada, 1 catch for 12. And Malachi Mitchell, 1 catch for 26. Some of the negatives for the Coyotes in the first half, well, special teams, I'll tell you that. 1 solid punt from Zy Carrasco, about 35 yards, and Peyton Kennard with 4 extra points. But just a few negatives. I talked about the kick coverage unit that definitely needs work, although they were better on that last kickoff with the pooch kick. Penalties, there were too many of those. I think there were, there were 6 penalties for a total of 35 yards in the first half. Now, the first 3 penalties didn't hurt them. They managed to go ahead and score on that drive. And actually, only one of those penalties did the drive not end in a score. So, I mean, the penalties haven't hurt them, but they'd still like to clean that up.
Well, there you got the stats for the Roswell Coyotes in the first half. As Kelly mentioned, it's going to be 28-0 here. We've got about 6 minutes and 26 seconds left before we resume. Coach, while we have a chance, let's talk a little bit of you talked about statistics, but what I want to talk about now is the 5A classifications. Real quick, I do have the top 16 schools in the state of New Mexico for week 1 in New Mexico football. I have the Artesia Bulldogs ranked number 1 currently, followed by the Piedra Vista Panthers. That was the rematch of the state championship last year. And then, of course, the Roswell Coyotes coming in ranked 3rd, followed by the Deming Wildcats at the 4 seed. And then the Goddard Rockets at the number 5 seed. Valley Vikings at 6, Gadsden 7, Mayfield at 8, Santa Teresa 9. Number 10 is Miramura out of Gallup. Number 11 is Los Alamos. Number 12 is Belen. Highland is 13, Chaparral's 14, Manzano 15, and Del Norte is the number 16 seed in week 1 of New Mexico football. Coach, I know it's early in the year. It is week 1. Tomorrow is going to feel like it's going to be the 10th week of the season. Just you understand what I'm trying to say is this. It's never too early to start preparing for postseason. Roswell Coyotes really have a great chance at that. Again, it's kind of a rematch of the Final Four, Final Five. It's kind of almost a replica of last year. What are your thoughts on the district?
Well, I think the district is still going to be solid at the top. I think Artesia Roswell will be hanging around the 1, 2, 3. Maybe one of them drops to 4 at some point during the season, but certainly no lower than that. These 2 teams are the 2 teams to beat, in my opinion, in the state. PV will still be tough. I mean, PV did play in the championship game last year. They did beat us in the playoffs. I think with what we got coming back, we've got to be ahead of them right now as far as contenders in the state. Goddard, we'll see. You know, they lost quite a bit, but they're always there. You know, they're
of course.
always there.
Yep.
Mayfield, you know, they're down in the rankings, but you know, they're a team you don't count out. I mean, that's a football school to be sure, and you know, a team that you got to prepare for to have success against. So, you know, our district is maybe not as strong as last year, but overall, still by far the toughest one in 5A football.
Absolutely. Talking about common opponents, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on Piedra Vista this year once again. The Roswell Coyotes ended up playing Piedra Vista last year twice. September 30th, they beat Piedra Vista 32-14, and of course, losing the big game 13-7 in the semifinals, 13-7 on November 19th of last year. But the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on Piedra Vista this year on September 29th. And then, of course, the following week is going to be against the Artesia Bulldogs, the top three. So that's going to be interesting to see. We got about 30 seconds before we go to break. It's going to be a 3-minute break here in just a moment. But, yeah, as you mentioned, I don't know. I still think the Roswell Coyotes have a lot of momentum, a lot of toughness. They got some things to work on. You said earlier about special teams.
Sure.
I think they have the offensive attack with the senior captain, Manny Fuentes, and a lot of weapons. It is week one, but defense is the name of the game for the Roswell Coyotes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. It's going to be 3 minutes. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVBTV.com. We'll be back.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to light and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to light and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Welcome back to Roswell Coyote football as you are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND Radio, and KSVPTV.com. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald here in Lovington, New Mexico. We're here at Brian Urlacher Field as the Roswell Coyotes lead 28-0. Real quick, we did talk a little statistics earlier. We talked 5A rankings, but now let's talk a little bit of Roswell High School football and the schedule for this year. As you all know, we're playing Lovington tonight and currently winning 28-0. But next week, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on Santa Fe in the Wool Bowl, and then on September 1st at Hobbs. September 8th, the Coyotes will be taking on Los Lunas at the Wool Bowl, and then on September 15th at Carlsbad. That's going to be an interesting game, is what people are talking about right now, is the Roswell-Carlsbad game. And then on September 22nd is against Clovis at the Wool Bowl. And then you and I were talking about this earlier. We talked about last year. We played, the Roswell Coyotes played Piedra Vista Panthers twice last year, and it very well could be twice this year too. But on September 29th, the Coyotes will be playing Piedra Vista. And then after that, it's district play.
Well, after that's the bye week, so that's
true.
And I like the bye week right before district play.
Yeah, about the bye week and then
extra week to prepare for the Bulldogs.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that's going to be good. So the Artesia Bulldogs coming in ranked number 1 in 5A, and that's going to be played on October 13th. Mayfield on October 20th, and then the Coyotes will close the season, the first part of the season, on October.
The second part of the season.
Second part of the season. There you go.
But I tell you what I love about the second part of the season this year is that every game of district play will be played at the Wool Bowl. Technically, the Goddard game will be a road game, but I mean every district game in the Wool Bowl this year, and that
second part of the season. There you go.
Yeah, it's season number 2. The before district, the district, and then the playoffs.
That's always a lot of fun to see here, and I'm already ready for the playoffs, Coach.
Hey, season will go by quick enough. I'm not ready for the playoffs.
Well,
I got an update from Dexter as the Dexter Demons all over the Cloudcroft Bears, 32-0. They're still in the first quarter, according to NMAA website. Albuquerque Bulldogs ahead of Oregon Mountain 8-7. Looks like, Volcano Vista 10, Las Cruces 7 at halftime. That's an early season game for you, huh? Let's see. I've got a Hobbs score. Hobbs up 21-6 on Clovis at halftime. Another rivalry game there. Los Lunas all over Berlin, 23-0. They're playing at home, and they're at the half. Let's see. Deming getting all over Del Norte, 48-0. They're at the half, so that will probably be over first time Deming scores in the second half. Silver beating Alamogordo in Alamogordo at halftime. That's an upset in my mind, even though Silver's a real tough team. Alamogordo's a tough team too. 22-14, they're leading on the road. Artesia 33, Carlsbad 7 is the second quarter score. And what else we got for you? La Cueva, boy, some good early season matchups. La Cueva 21, Rio Rancho 7. That's at the half. And we're about ready to start here.
Yeah.
And Farmington and PV. I mean, all these, is this right? Am I looking at August 18th?
Yeah, it's
I guess that's right. I hope I'm not telling y'all stories.
No, that's what it looks like, Coach. I think you're accurate.
Why are all those rivalry games the first game of the year?
Well, it looks like we're about to begin the third quarter here at Lovington Field, better known as Brian Urlacher Field. The Lovington Wildcats won the toss, and they deferred over to the second half, so that means they will be receiving. The score is 28-0 as Peyton Kennard is going to count, make sure he has all 10 plus him, so make it 11 and make sure he has everybody on the field.
And what do you think they're going to do here? They're going to try the pooch? They're going to kick it deep? I mean,
I think I think he probably end up trying the pooch here. Let's see what happens.
Maybe directional.
It very well could be, but I see Jaden Gutierrez out there, and he's going to kick it deep. And Jaden Gutierrez will take it out from about the 1 yard line, and finally brought down about the 27 yard line.
Yeah, that's a 25-yard return. I mean, and that's one of our better coverages, but that's a pretty decent run back.
Yeah.
Not terrible. I mean, still work to do on that aspect, in my opinion, but.
Got an update again here, too. Dexter, 54-0 final at half, and I'm not sure who they have played yet, but we'll find out.
Cloudcroft.
It was Cloudcroft, okay. Shout out to Robert Johnson real quick. He is listening to us on the radio and KSVPTV.com. Of course,
Should.
Bangor, Maine. Got another text message from Italy saying they're listening to the Roswell Coyote game as well, so I don't know how that is or not, but we can find that out here in just a moment, and that's going to be a run for a couple of yards. We'll get you a number here in just a moment. It's going to be second down and about 7 for the Lovington Wildcats. Speaking of that, Kelly, you and I had the opportunity to call some New Mexico Military Institute college volleyball last night, and that was a lot of fun.
Boy, it was, and they had the decibel meter up over 90, and had dangerous levels there, thanks to Coach Fortner for that. But I'll tell you what, that was an atmosphere last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, the New Mexico Military Broncos, they were taking on Eastern Arizona, the Gila Monsters, and the New Mexico Military Broncos took 3-0, and they are actually playing as we speak. That game might be over, but they were taking on.
I think they were taking on Laramie tonight.
Laramie tonight. I think they're out of Wyoming, and then tomorrow they'll be set to play in the morning at 8 a.m. and then 4 p.m. And that, you will be gone, but I will have that opportunity to call those games on KSVPTV.com tomorrow morning at 8 and at 4.
Yeah, gonna leave town tomorrow, go celebrate my daughter's 21st. And
yeah, good.
That makes me old, but got to leave you on your own for some volleyball, partner.
Yeah, but that's okay. We'll be just fine. So it's going to be 28-0 here in the third quarter. 11:02 left. Third down and 5 for Lovington. It is going to be on the left hash. It looks like there's discussion between the officials.
Going to be, instead of 3rd and 5, looks like it's going to be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, so there's a holding call is what it looks like.
Yeah, that's typically what you get with the 10-yard walk-off. So is it going to be 3rd or 2nd?
Well, I think they're going to – it's not a loss of down. Is it a loss? They're going to say it is a loss of down.
I don't know what a 10-yard loss of down penalty is, but
okay,
maybe they just haven't flipped them back. I don't know. Maybe it's 3rd and 20. Okay, so it was that I can understand, 15-yard penalty, and that's what it was. So it must have been after the play.
Have to have been.
So that then you can get a loss of down if it happened after the play. So.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 20. Still discussion on the field as Coach Gonzalez is talking with the White Hat, but he's telling his quarterback, let's get ready to rock and roll here. Communicating with Wyatt Gomez, the quarterback for Lovington, stands at 6'1", 175-pound senior.
And I'll tell you what, he's capable of punting the ball and getting roll out of it. I mean, it's a little defeatist, but there's nobody back there. You could get a punt to roll for 60 or 70 yards. You hit it just right. Now, I know it's 3rd down, but they're certainly not going to be expecting it.
All right, there's going to be some pressure for Gomez. Under pressure, and let's see if there's going to be a hanky on there. It's not. It's going to be intercepted. And is that Zy Carrasco once again?
Yep.
Zy Carrasco with his 2nd interception of the ball game. And that young man right there, he stands at 6'2", but I'll say it again a few times. He is about 6'5". I mean, it's just something about those pads or something. I don't know, Coach.
He plays 6'5" back there, I'll tell you that. He's only listed at what, 6 foot. He's taller than that.
Yeah, no, he's every bit of 6'2", 6'3", and
now
that's
he may only be 170. I might, that might be right, but he's taller than 6 feet.
Well, I can tell you one thing with that young man. I greet him every morning. Because I do the crosswalk duty in the mornings with our fine security guard, Raul Castro, and he's always walking across the street there with his sack lunch. And I give him some. I tell him, I said, hey, Zai, one of the things I need you to do is tell your mom on Thursdays to go ahead and give us those burritos. And so I hope Miss Carrasco's listening out there. Those burritos I do miss on Thursday mornings.
All right, so there's no interception on the play. There's a penalty on Roswell, and it's for an automatic 1st down. So it must have been an unsportsmanlike, but it negates the interception, 2nd interception of the day. for Zy Carrasco and gives the Wildcats a first down at the 33. So
okay. Well, let's see what happens.
Not sure what
here.
that was, but.
All right, so Wyatt Gomez is going to be in pistol formation, and Rylan Reed, little dump to number 3. That is going to be Cesar Gonzalez, the wide receiver. And don't know who the coyote was.
Vera Molinar on the tackle.
Okay.
Yeah, shame because that was a pretty athletic interception for Zy. I don't know what the penalty was.
Right. Yeah,
but it was 15 yards. It must have been some kind of unsportsmanlike. So.
Okay, as the Lovington Wildcats go quick to the line, it's going to be shotgun left formation. Trips to the top of your screen. Split out to the right, and Gomez will clap his hands, and here it is. He's dropping back to pass. A little bit under pressure into the flat zone. It's going to be underthrown. And the coyote that is there is number 7. It's going to be Keegan Nichols, but it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and Keegan was not watching the ball there. He was keyed in on the receiver, and he kind of went for the hit and the tackle, even though the ball was about 5 feet short of the receiver. So,
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, talking about international stuff. When we were talking with Gene earlier, we had about 1,000 viewers, and I think he said 6 different countries last night that were watching us.
Yeah, a lot of viewers from Japan.
4 or 6.
Japan, because there are a couple of Japanese players playing for Coach Forstner. And, they did an excellent job for her, and they're both freshmen. So
yeah, they're number 8 in the country. The volleyball team is, and it's going to be fun to see tomorrow. So. And there's going to be Gomez as he throws it back into the flat area, and it's going to be caught by number 3, Cesar Gonzalez, for positive yardage about midfield.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that ball had to be put right there because he gets it over that first layer of defenders and then down to the receiver before the second level can get there. That's a well-placed ball and a nice catch for a first down near midfield. Not bad defense at all, just had to be a perfect pass, and it was.
First down and 10, about midfield. They're going to call it actually 49 right hash for the listeners. On 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. There's going to be a fumble on the play, and they're going to be down about the 44-yard line. Looked like the formation was trips to the top there, and it looks like Gomez just kind of fumbled the ball there.
Yeah, he did, and once you fumble it, you can't advance it. So that is going to actually go down as a sack, and it will be trying to get the number there. I think that is Matavitia, actually, is going to get credit for that sack, even though because he was the closest coyote to the play.
Update from the Wool Bowl. The Gator Rockets 42-0 with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left as they are taking on the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 14 on the sack. And here comes shotgun right, trips to the top, more of a diamond formation. And there's going to be a quick pass. It's going to be incomplete, going to bring up 3rd down and about 14. Real quick, the Roswell ladies, speaking of volleyball, the Roswell Lady Coyotes, they will be taking on Lovington on August 31st here in Lovington. Speaking of Lovington, first-year head coach Savannah Romero will be preparing her team. And
that girl I coached as a freshman.
Yeah,
at Roswell High School.
Well, and she, Savannah, Coach Romero, actually I had the opportunity. She was one of my assistant coaches for a couple years when I was the head coach for softball, and just does a great job. And
she's a great teacher as well.
Well, and that's exactly right. And speaking of that, just had a text message earlier talking about the English department at Roswell High School. Just a little quick shout out. And there's going to be a pass, and that's going to be incomplete. That's a great job by. Is that number 7 again? Once again, that's Keegan Nichols.
That's Keegan Nichols, and I'll tell you what, that's a linebacker. That's a linebacker making that play, and that's a great pass defense. Right there. Maybe should have been caught, but good job by Connor Nichols. Keegan Nichols.
Quick shout out to the English department. They're just you're part of that English department as well. And of course, believe it or not, I'm the administrator over the English department. So.
I believe it.
All right, 28-0 is the score. If you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, 8:55 remaining, and there's going to be a punt that's going to be blocked by the Roswell Coyotes.
Noah Lynn, and
they're going to pick it up, and the Roswell Coyotes will take over about the 22-yard line.
Noah Lynn, already a sack in the game, and now a blocked punt.
Well, you know, that now I think about it, talking about the English department, Savannah Romero is the head coach, English teacher.
Yeah.
Diane Duran is an English teacher,
And
volleyball coach.
Yeah.
You know, so English teacher.
Tennis coach.
Tennis coach.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah, we're taking care of business.
We actually do a lot of good things at Roswell High School, and we'll talk about that. A lot of good things in the Roswell Independent School District, and you know, just a quick shout out to Mr. Brian Luck. He's out there at the Will Bowl listening as well. But just
our
a quick
fearless
shout out to him.
leader,
yeah,
Brian Luck, my old neighbor.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, there's Manny Fuentes going to right and read. He's going to hand that off quickly, and looks like there's going to be no yards.
I think we can give him one.
Maybe one.
That's Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce Sanchez for positive 1 yard as the Roswell Coyotes. That's going to be 21, 22. That's a 23-yard line on the left hash.
Yeah, Coyotes in business again here to try to get on the board. Another slow start. You know, the game started slow scoring-wise. I mean,
right,
it
absolutely.
was 7-0 midway through the second quarter, and then Coyotes score 3 times in about. And this one started off kind of slow too, but looking for the Coyotes to put another one on the board here.
118 speed option. Fuentes will take it himself. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown, Coyotes. Manny Fuentes from.
Any flags? 28
no flag,
yards
28
out.
yards out. And, man, I tell you what, that guy can just run. He can pass. He can do it all.
He really can. I mean, and I'll tell you the best part of that run for me, I mean, he was elusive, broke tackles, did all the Barry Sanders stuff afterwards, but it was the initial read that got it. You know, that was the read option. They did have Bryce running with him, but he saw the hole he needed to hit it, made a few guys miss, and found his way to pay dirt in the wide end zone there.
Kick is up, and the extra point is good. Coyotes do now lead with 7:59 left in the third quarter. Score is 35-0 in favor of the Coyotes. We're going to take a break. Thanks for listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
All right, welcome back to Lovington, New Mexico. We're here at Brian Urlacher Stadium, and once again, Manny Fuentes called his own number. There was a 118 speed option, 28-yard touchdown run, PAT up and good. Score is now 35-0 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. You know, we talked a lot about Roswell and their offense and the rankings. I want to talk a little bit about Lovington as well. You know, Lovington, they're playing Roswell tonight, and they're at Seminole next week. And then at Santa Teresa, as the God of Rockets currently playing them over at the Will Bowl. Then they have a tough competitive match, or I shouldn't say match, but ball game against the Hobbs Eagles. And then over at Denver City, play Artesia Santa Fe and Bernalillo.
Oh.
And then Albuquerque Academy and Portales. So, you know, it's not a cakewalk for the Lovington Wildcats either. They do have a tough schedule. And they're coming in this first week, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, number 4 in the state?
I believe they're number 4 in 4A. That's correct. Peyton Kenner just kicked that into the end zone, and I'm telling you, it went over the pylon. I mean, they might have said it went out of bounds. They might have said it went in the end zone. They did call the touchback, so it will be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 20. And they want to line up in the middle, they say, and not on the right hash. So looks like the Coyote defense is pretty much the starters. They are, of course, rotating the defensive line, as Coach Bolaños likes to do, and he's got the depth to do it, to be sure. And they're going to start with a pass. No surprise. It's a little
dump pass there.
Yeah.
Oh, just a nice tackle. And that was
well done, Connor Nichols.
Connor Nichols again. Oh, it looks like he had a little bit of a stinger there on his. Is he okay? Yeah, he's just fine.
Yeah, he got banged up early in the game too. But Connor done well. The Nichols brothers with a total of 8 tackles in the game, so they're definitely doing their job from that safety and linebacker positions.
Yeah, the Lovington Wildcats, you're exactly right. They come in 4th in the 4A classification. Bloomfield, that's a little trouble there. A little dump pass from Gomez over to, I believe that's number 3 once again. That's going to be Cesar Gonzalez. But, yeah, Bloomfield coming in at 1 seed, followed by Silver, Portales in the 3 seed, Lovington at 4. Taos at 5, Aztec 6, Moriarty at 7, and then the Albuquerque Academy school over there is ranked 8th, Valencia 9th, and Bernalillo in the 10 spot, followed by Espanola Valley, St. Pius. Kirtland Central in the 13th seed, 14, Grants, Pojoaque Valley 15, Shiprock 16, and then Gallup in the 17th spot in the 4A classification. I do see Lovington coming in here. They're going to be a contender, I think. I think Lovington does a really good job. Defensively, they're really doing, at first, that first quarter held the Roswell Coyotes, but offensively they have the strong arm quarterback in Gomez.
Well, and they tend to be able to get this kind of stuff whenever they want to, that little rollout and dump pass. And the bench wanted a face mask on Damian Quezada. It looked to me like he just had him both shoulders and kind of wrestled him down.
Right.
But it's going to be 3rd and about 6.
Right. Exactly.
No, you're talking about Lovington. I mean, last year they had that crazy season. They started 0-6. They're giving up 55 points a game, losing all those games by an average of 30 points.
Oh, there's going to be a strong run by number 24, Cameron Ochoa. And Cameron Ochoa is going to be in for a touchdown for Lovington. And, boy, that young man, the 5'8 junior, 150 pounds, just put the skates on, and Lovington is now on the board for the first time in this game.
Well, and it's just a really good play. They've been rolling out passing. They've been faking that inside handoff all night.
Right.
Well, finally, they give it to him and sell it. The quarterback sold the rollout as well, and, that got the defense going the other way, and he made him pay and didn't have the speed to catch him there as he goes all the way for the touchdown. And that was a 58-yard touchdown run. First chink in the armor there for this Coyote defense.
Absolutely. 35-6 is the score right now with 5:46 remaining in the third quarter.
And they're going for 2 here. Or at least line up that way.
So Wyatt Gomez.
Hurry, 2-1. They do get it off.
And that's going to be back in the flats, and it's going to be incomplete. So the score will stand 35-6 with 5:46 remaining. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football. We're here in Lovington, New Mexico, as the Roswell Coyotes lead 35-6 with 5:46 remaining in the ball game. In the third quarter. I beg your pardon. And Cameron Ochoa for the Lovington Wildcats had just a great run. That is the first score of the ball game for Lovington.
Yeah, and here's a facet of the game that we have yet to see, and that is kickoff return for the Coyotes. This is just the second kickoff by the Wildcats this evening. The first one was kicked out of bounds. So, this is, if the kicker can keep it in the blue, then we're going to see the first kickoff return for the Coyotes. I don't even know who they have back there because I can't read the numbers.
Well, I see Jacob Cedillo for sure, and I think Abe Toscano might be the young man in the middle there. It is Abe. And then also it is going to be, Abe Toscano's on the side here.
Okay.
So you have Abe Toscano, you have Jacob Cedillo about the 20-yard line, and of course those white uniforms are, with those grade numbers, are hard to read, but I do see those there. So. And I'm not certain that the Lovington Wildcats are going to kick to them. I think they're going to kick it out of bounds.
Well, I don't think that's a good strategy. But
Well, I'm with you. Let's see if they go with the starburst. And that's going to be number 15. As we talked about earlier, that's Jacob Cedillo. And Cedillo's going to be brought down about the 27-yard line of the Lovington Wildcats.
looks like they're going to give him the 23.
23, I'm sorry, yeah.
Pretty much no return, just kind of ran east-west.
Okay, so 35-6 is the score in favor of the Coyotes. 39 remaining in the third quarter.
Is that Sanchez? It is.
It is going to be
get about 11.
Yeah, Bryce Sanchez, we'll call it about maybe 12.
I could give him 12.
Okay, so we'll go positive 12 yards for Bryce Sanchez. You just thought I was going to say Bryce Harper, didn't you?
Well, we talked about that on the second leg of my drive here today.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Shout out to Bryce's parents.
Oh my gosh,
for giving me a ride to the stadium after the car broke down.
And Coach Lujan giving me a ride. So we'll find out what we're going to do coming back home to Roswell.
Oh, and there's a nice catch.
We're going to be just fine, Coach. There's a lot of fans here in Roswell. I mean, in Lovington that will help the crew out, get loaded. We'll probably end up sending the crew back with one caravan, and you and I with probably, we can go on separate ones or all together. We'll figure it out.
As long as we get back to that truck.
If it's there.
If it's not, it's your fault.
35-6 is the score, 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes from the 47-yard line, and that's going to be handed off once again to Bryce Sanchez.
Just 2 for Bryce on that one. Gets him up to 74 yards on 14 carries, which is, well, it's light work for Bryce, actually.
Yeah. So 2nd and 8 now, right hash.
Plenty in the tank for this last quarter and a half or less.
Pistol formation for Manny Fuentes and the Roswell Coyotes. Twins to the bottom half, or better yet, slot left. 2-man formation, better yet, and that's going to be handed off once again, and looks like that's going to be Bryce Sanchez once again.
I'm going to give him 5.
You know, there's a lot of ways. A lot of people call certain formations. They can call it doubles down. They can call it twins. They can call it slot. There's just philosophy, I guess, is what they want to call it. So.
Now, you think this might be a passing down?
Well, I'm looking here. That looks like that's Manny Segala, followed by Josh Estrada down here on the bottom part of your screen. So Manny Fuentes is going to drop back. Quick pass over to the right side. And it's going to be a completed pass, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Roswell Coyotes.
And whoever caught it's hurt.
No, that's, you know who that is. That's going to be A.B. Toscano, and that looks like he is going to be limping off the field real quick to find out. Might have been a right leg. You know, A.B. had actually hurt that earlier in the, well, I guess it was during basketball season last year, maybe the latter part of football, wasn't it?
Latter part of football, beginning of basketball.
Okay. We'll get you an update on that here in just a minute. 1st and 10 now for the Roswell Coyotes. Quick pass to Josh Estrada. And that slip screen right there is going nowhere. Actually, it's going to be a loss of about 1.
Yeah, that didn't work, but keeps the clock rolling. Still probably 3 downs to work with here from this spot in the field.
You would think so. With 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the third quarter, there's plenty of time. Once again, you have 2 eligible receivers down here on the bottom part of your screen. Fuentes will go. Well, he's going nowhere, actually. Looked like a speed option to the right side. I call it 118 speed option, and actually going back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think I can give him 1
point, yep.
But not much else.
So this will be a passing down, I would assume, but let's see what happens here.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. You know, you could spread it out. You could spread it out and send Manny running up the middle or something like that.
You read my mind.
I mean, because you're going on 4th anyway.
Yep.
From the 33, you're not going to.
Look at that.
you're not going to have any kind of kick.
Spread offense right there. Trips down to the bottom of your screen,
Yeah,
twists
we'll
to
see
the
what
top.
kind of pressure they give, but now it's going to be 5 yards back. So another penalty.
Okay, so I've been looking over the sideline here. Looks like, I think that's A.B. Toscano. Looks like he's okay, getting a little shadow here. About the 45-yard line on the other side. It looks like the young man is great.
Oh, yeah, not even limping.
Yeah,
He's
perfect.
fine.
Okay, maybe just a little.
Oh, yeah, that's as tough a kid as you'll see.
I'm telling you. 35-6, 1 minute and 54 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Coyotes do lead. 35-6.
I still say you can take off and run this, depending on the pass rush.
Well, he might just do that, and he's rolling out. He's in trouble, and there's going to be the pass and dropped by Segala.
And I'll tell you what, he only had 3 incompletions in the first half, and at least one of those was a drop.
They're going to get flag on Segala there. It looks like Segala tapped the on the head. I don't think that was intentional. I think he was saying, hey, good job, but they're going to say it was unsportsmanlike.
Well, I'll tell you what, unless there's more to that story, that's pretty nitpicky. It wasn't a play where you seemingly think there was any bad blood or anything.
Well, no, not at all. As a matter of fact, you saw it. I want to see that on film again because he actually tapped him on the helmet, just like, hey, good job.
Yeah, he called them sportsmanlike, hey, and they're going the wrong way.
Well, what does that tell you?
Yeah, I want to see that one on film too because that just looked like he was saying
good job.
But they said hands to the face.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The Coyotes will have to work from about the 47-yard line.
Well, and it's
They're
a
on
loss
47.
Yeah, it's a loss of down situation too. So it's 4th and 31.
Yeah, so Zach Carrasco will be about the 30-yard line, and he will punt that ball.
I mean, and if he punts this for first down yardage, that'll be a good punt.
Well, will Jeff Land throw out the tricks right now?
No,
I don't
sir.
think so.
No, sir. Oh, you may have to.
Well,
kick it. That a boy's eye. That's a heck of a job right there.
That's just a good athleticism there. Hey, that is about the best job a kicker can do right there. In trouble, very athletic, picks up the ball, runs for his life. Zach Carrasco can run, he can throw, and he can kick on the run, as you just saw.
Well, that's just about the best 23-yard punt you'll ever see in your life.
I'm telling you.
That.
And he kicked it left-handed or left-footed.
Did he?
I sure thought he did.
I mean, he pointed that way. I don't know if he did.
I think
he did.
He did.
It's even more impressive.
I think he did, Coach. I think it was he was running to the left side.
He
and
was running to his left, but I thought he planted the left foot. We'll see.
All right.
We can always look.
We'll see what happens. Let's take a quick 30-second break. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Well, it has been confirmed. No, I'm just kidding. It is not a left-footed kick yet. We don't know until we watch film. But the Roswell Coyotes did dodge a bullet there. Still 35-6, but in favor of the Roswell Coyotes, and it is going to be Lovington ball on a great kick by Zach Carrasco.
Well, a great tackle for loss there to start things off as number 61, Dominic Silva, gets into the backfield and takes the runner down. That is the 4th tackle for loss in the game for the Coyotes.
Looks like the Coyotes defensively are playing a 4-man front here.
Yeah, and they've played a lot of three-man front on defense today because this is a passing team. They just move Eli back pretty much make him a linebacker, but they do send 4 this time, and it's a bubble.
Yep, quads to the bottom part of your screen, and it's going to be caught by number 24.
And Keegan Nichols trying to catch his brother in tackles there. He's got 4. Connor's got 5.
Got a score from oh no, we're going to replay this here. I'm seeing the replay on.
Oh, you're gonna see the
left-handed punt.
No, you're gonna see the right-footed punt.
Let's see here. We can see the replay up here. He's under pressure, and it might have been left-footed. Let me know, Roy. 3rd and 14 now for Lovington, and a quick pass, and that one's going to be caught once again by number 3, Cesar Gonzalez.
Yeah, but just 4 yards. And looks like Eli Lynn coming over from his defensive end position. And Eli with not just a ton of tackles in the game today, but
okay, so it looks like the film here says it was on his right leg, but on my view it says left.
Oh, partner.
Well, Coach,
I was watching it pretty closely because I thought he might try a left-footed kick.
Well, with his athleticism, nothing surprised me. Hey, real quick, the third quarter expires. We're going to take a quick break. Coyotes do lead 35-6. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
All right, that's 30.
Welcome back to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Coyotes do lead 35-6 as we begin the fourth quarter. And, you know, one thing, Coach McDonald, is I have to say this. It was the right-hand kick. You know I hate being wrong.
Well, it happens so infrequently.
But it does. But it sure did look like it, I'm telling you.
Okay, is Zy back to return that kick?
It does look like Zy Carrasco about the 35-yard line, but we'll see. What, you know, another thing you and I were talking about, Coach, was, you know, Roswell High School, the football team, the actual program itself has 160 kids in the program. What does that say about Roswell football?
Well, oh, and there's a fumble as they're going for it on 4th down here.
And that's going to be intercepted.
And is it Monreal? It
is Jeremy Monreal. He's on the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Coyotes.
There is a flag on the field.
And that might be, that's impressive.
Boy, it really was. Well, did he pick up the flag? There was a flag.
There was a flag, but that was a great job by Monreal.
Yeah, and so the return.
Gosh darn.
56 yards on the return. And I'll tell you what.
There's a flag there on the 30, about the 33-yard line.
They're going to get a hold on the return. With the INT for old Germ, 56 return yards, but most of those are coming back.
Well, that's
foul occurred at the 33, so the ball would be placed at the 43.
So now that actually
15-yard penalty, so the 48. So basically no return.
So here's the thing in this situation here. So Gomez actually throws the ball. That was actually 4th down. So if we just knock it down, the Coyotes they would have got the ball around the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
the interception. And then, of course, the flag is going to put them now back about the 43-yard line. So
a lot going on there.
Yeah,
I mean, you have the punt, and then you have Carrasco sprinting up when he sees that they're going to line up for the punt and then fake it.
Right.
Then you have the great defense on the pick, but unfortunately you get the penalty on the return.
So the ball's handed off to Bryce Sanchez, and I'm going to tell you what, it looked like he was in a little bit of a motion there, just But he's going to get positive yardage. That's going to be about 4 yards for Bryce Sanchez. Coach, going back to what we were saying about 160 kids in the program, what is that saying about Jeff Lynn and the program?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you had that huge group from the freshman class last year moving up, and they lost hardly any from that. They probably picked up a few, actually.
Right.
And it just says a lot. I mean, there's not a single sophomore on the varsity squad, and that's with some very talented sophomores in this program.
Fuentes,
he's got his man.
Fuentes to
Malachi Mitchell.
Malachi Mitchell, and that's going to be a completed pass. Exactly.
34 yards.
Well, that's just a great job by Manny Fuentes and Malachi Mitchell. Even a better catch. Rolling out to the left side.
Malachi's got catches for 26, 19, and now 34 yards. Total of 79. No touchdowns, but, boy, he's had the big hitters tonight.
Okay, so it's going to be 1st and 10, and they're going to spot it at, I'm going to say, the 11-yard line. So it's going to be left hash for the listeners on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Manny Fuentes under center. We'll have a man in motion, and there's going to be a touchdown for the Roswell Coyotes. And let's get confirmation on that. It looks like it's Bryce Sanchez.
It is.
And it's Bryce Sanchez. Touchdown for the Roswell Coyotes.
11 yards. And he's flirting with 100 now.
Well, I see Bryce every day in school, as you do, and, man, just a pleasant kid.
Oh, yeah, I had him in class. And he just was raised right.
42-6 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. 10 minutes and 48 seconds left in this contest. We're going to take a break. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM at KSVPTV.com.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
.42-6 is a score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. And, partner, I'm going to tell you what, the Roswell Coyotes kind of started out a little sluggish at first in the first quarter, but really turned it on here in the second half.
Boy, they really have. They've taken advantage of mistakes made by Lovington, and this defense, I tell you what, they had the one slip up when they got caught on the inside handoff. Other than that, I mean, they've got multiple interceptions. They got multiple turnover on downs. I mean, they've got multiple sacks. I mean, this team, this defense, look out.
Absolutely.
Look out, and they're deep. They're deep.
Got a final in Roswell. 49-0, the Goddard Rockets defeat Santa Teresa in that game. It is 9:07 p.m. on August 18th.
You know, just talking about the depth of this team, you talked about the overall numbers. There's two defensive backs right now that have started for the last 2 years for this team.
Oh, ran into a wall.
That are on the bench. I mean, this is a deep team. And that was a big hit.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get the number. May not get it. Have to get it off film.
Yeah, just again, Coach, I love the fact where text messages are coming in. That's telling us a lot of good things, that they're watching the Roswell Coyotes play. Another English teacher, Miss Ashley Ingram. She has about 20 or so of these varsity players in class. And let me tell you a little bit about Miss Ingram. She has those honors in AP classes, and that's telling you how smart these young men are as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's done a great job for my kids as a teacher. I really appreciate her.
There's going to be a pass by Gomez. Great defense by, I think that's Jeremiah Modriel, I think.
Yeah, he'd like to get another chance to head the other way. Turned his head at exactly the right time, running with him step for step. Just perfect coverage. Not a bad ball, you know, but you can expect that for the rest of this fourth quarter from Lovington. They're going to have to air it out. You know, they have no delusions about winning the game, but they would like to get something going offensively here to take into next week when they've got a tough one against Sanity next week.
Roswell High?
No, Lovington.
Oh, Lovington is going to be against Seminole.
Seminole, right. Fumble snap, and it's going to go for a bunch.
Man,
It's
look
going to
at
go
that
for a
young
touchdown.
man. That's a long way, and that's going to be another touchdown for Lovington, and that's going to be number 24, Cameron Ochoa. That's going to be the second of his game.
78 yards on the busted play.
Wow.
I mean, that's a direct snap bobble, and he just took it right up the middle. And
well, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That young man there stands at 5'8", 150 pounds, but he's only classified as a junior.
well, I'll tell you what, he's got speed, because on the previous play he's being chased by some fast Coyote defenders, and they couldn't catch up to him, and they couldn't catch him here either.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what.
Two impressive runs. That's something that Lovington could take away from this game.
Absolutely. 42-12 now is the score, with the 78-yard touchdown run for Cameron Ochoa and the Lovington Wildcats. And, of course, the Wyatt Gomez, the quarterback for Lovington, is going to go for 2 points. And that's going to be handed off, and it's going to be
just shy
of the 2-point conversion. And that was actually Cameron Ochoa once again. So 42-12 is the score. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Kyle still lead 42-12 as Cameron Ochoa from Lovington scores on a 78-yard touchdown run. And the 2-point conversion did fail, but 42-12 is the score. I do have an update. Dexter 54, Cloudcroft 0. That is a final. That was at halftime, ended about an hour ago. Thank you, Sean Naranjo.
Haven't had a Wool Bowl update for a while.
We did. That game is over. Mr. Robert Johnson did give us some finalization. It is 49-0. Goddard Rockets defeat Santa Teresa.
Yeah, that clock must have run for quite a bit of the second half.
Had to have.
For them to be done already. Now, they might be working on the onside here. So they got to be ready for that, and that's good. We want that.
And that is going to be recovered by the Coyotes.
Yeah, and a good job.
On the onside kick.
And that is.
Did you notice that they had the actual hands team on there? I didn't notice.
I didn't either. Mikey Lucero with a great job of cleaning that one up. He will get credit for a 0-yard kick return, but a pretty good one.
Yep, absolutely. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now from about the 47 of the Coyotes. 42-12 is the score. 9:08 left in the ball game. Manny Fuentes, the senior captain quarterback, will toss it on over.
That's Godoy. He's got speed.
Godoy is out of bounds, and boy, I tell you what, he can run. He's a strong kid, as Coach Payne referenced earlier. You know, he is a power lifter and has placed in the state of New Mexico, 4th in the state of New Mexico.
Well, he was the workhorse for the JV team, running back last year, a team that went undefeated.
Yep.
And he's the real deal.
Right.
But again, it just shows the depth. I mean, you're not going to take Bryce Sanchez out of the game. You know, you're not going to take Peyton Kennard out of the game.
Nope.
You've got Giovanni Apodaca, who's a great running back, and he can't get on the field. So.
Oh, that was going to be fumbled, but recovered by the Roswell Coyotes. I think that was recovered by, I think that was it Segala?
I thought I saw 32, but that would be Vernon Molinar, and that's not who it is. He stayed in the game.
Oh, maybe that was number 12. Maybe that was Malachi Mitchell. Hard to see right there. You had that swarm of Coyotes there.
Well, you got the swarm, and you got my favorite uniforms too. So. These are last year's uniforms, so hopefully this is the last time we see them this year.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 7 situation for the Coyotes. 42-12 with 8:15 left. You got two eligible receivers here. Quick pass, slip screen. Nice catch by Segala, and it's going to be considered an incomplete pass. I thought it stuck to his fingertips there, and if that was the case, he could have been off to the races.
Well, it's
no, they're saying it's a fumble. No, I don't think he had full control.
Absolutely not. That's really not even close. They're complaining big time about it, but that is not even close. That is going to be an incompletion.
Well, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if, Coyotes they have a comfortable lead, 42-12 with 8:07 left. If the Coyotes don't get 7 yards, it'll be a 4th down situation for the Coyotes. In my opinion, do you think it's early in the year? Do you think Coach Lynn will try to kick a field goal with Peyton Kennard?
I don't think so from here because it'd be 53 yards. And I just don't, or 52.
I think.
And now it's going to be even more than that.
Yeah, a little movement on the line there.
Now you can pick up yards here. If you get it down to the 30, I absolutely think you let Peyton try because he's got the leg.
Oh, I agree. And so you're about 9 yards.
That would be a 47-yarder if they got to the 30. It'd be 4th and 3.
You have a slight breeze on the northwest side going on here, so Manny Fuentes and the Roswell Coyotes are going to have to get about 9 yards to get to about the 30-yard line in order to be about a 47-ish field goal. But let's see what happens here. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. Fuentes under center in motion, and it's going to be reset once again by Luis Godoy. Fuentes once again going to look over to Jeff Lynn, the commander-in-chief. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. No, it's going to be a flag, and the time expires on the time clock.
I don't get that.
Unless the Coyotes called the timeout beforehand.
Well, they're not giving it to him. They
They're
marked it off.
Okay.
So they're going to say they didn't give him the timeout in time, so now they got to rush back on the field. They got 20 seconds to get this one off.
And there's the clock. It's
and
with
they need to get
17,
to the line.
16, get to the line quick. And down here is Josh Estrada. I'm used to the gold shoes or the green shoes, but now it looks like he has some off pink. And motion for the Coyotes, and that's going to be fumbled. And it looks like, was that Giovanni Apodaca? I'm not real certain on that.
It's Padilla, isn't it?
Is it Padilla?
Yeah, they've taken Manny out. So Padilla, 2 carries now for -4 yards. And here comes Zai Carrasco to punt. Now, you can work on your fake punt here if you want to, but it's just a long way to go. It's really not a good situation to do that. So you're going to see Zai kick this one and try to pin him deep.
Well, that breeze does play a factor. I mean, it's only about 5-mile-an-hour breeze, but I think you just kick it.
Oh, sure. I mean, if it's 10 or in, I say work on your fake punt, but
kick it to the pylon, semi-spiral, good bounce, and it's going to be out about the 16-yard line.
So it's going to be a 31-yard punt.
Got a score, Artesia 48, Carlsbad 7 with about 2:18 left in the third quarter.
So not as exciting a game as they had to start the year last year when they won the game in the last play.
Well, the great English department keeps on texting us over here. That was Miss Ridge there. She also has about 19 of those seniors in class as well. Okay, so Gomez is going to run and going to run into a wall. Going to be close to a first down, but let's see what happens. It looks like there's a coyote on the ground that's trying to gradually get up, and he is up. And it's number 71. That's Noah Lynn, but he's fine.
Vernon Molinar on the tackle. Yeah, they're just content to run the ball and try to get this game over at this point.
Yeah, and that's probably smart. Cameron Ochoa had a great game, has had a good game. 2 touchdowns, and he's over easily 100 yards, I would assume.
Oh, well, just the 2 runs was probably 150.
50?
Yeah, over 100 just the 2 runs.
Yeah.
For sure.
3rd down and 3 with 6:23 remaining in the ball game. 42-12 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Gomez, the quarterback, will hand it off once again, and I think you're exactly right. You just said, you know what, let's continue handing off, and let's
Yeah, now
run some time off the clock.
Now they'll punt. That's a tackle for loss for the Coyotes. And pretty sure it was Quezada again.
Yep. You know, Coach, you know, I've had that opportunity to, during the summertime, I went out and watched Jeff Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes work out, and I'm just telling you, there's going to be a completed pass to number 6 there. That's going to be, looks probably like DeMarcus Thompson. That's going to be a first down for Lovington. But just the way that Jeff Lynn and his coaching staff have just developed the program, and the work ethic that these kids have is just phenomenal. I mean, they'll go through a brick wall for the coach, and you know, it's just great to see. There's always hustle going on and off the field. Coach Lynn always expects excellence in the programs. You know, one of the things that we did is, you know, of course, as you know, as a coach, you know, we did the New Mexico Activity Association video, and we had at least 300 parents in there with a great presentation. And you know, we talked about the 2-strike rule, and you know, it was just great. There's going to be a pass possibly by number 2. That's going to be Wyatt Gomez. As it was a toss to him and incomplete pass, but it was just the way that Coach Lynn and his staff and the players respond. The parents respond to him as well. It's just great to see.
Yeah. No, he knows what he's doing. I mean, we'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's applied for and gotten 2
college positions
as a head coach. I mean, we're lucky to have him. I mean, that's the bottom line. We're lucky to have him.
Well, and I will say this about him as well, too. You know, we don't always agree with everything that goes on, but I'm going to tell you what, he's very professional when it comes down to things. If, you know, as a teacher or as an administrator, if we tell him or ask him, I shouldn't say tell, I don't like telling people. If we ask him to try to do something, he'll do it.
Yeah.
With total respect, yes, sir, no, sir. You know, I'm just telling you, he's a class act.
Oh, absolutely. All right, enough about Uncle Jeff. Let's get back to football.
Yeah, we're waiting for that snap. So here we go, 42-12, first and 15 from the 30-yard line. Gomez dropping back to pass. And that one's going to be caught. No, it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for number 26, Paul Vigil.
And Zy Carrasco with a chance for his 3rd pick right there.
DeMarcus Thompson, I'm sorry.
And thought we might see a few of the backups in the secondary. Zai's talking to the Lovington bench, but I promise you it's in a friendly way. Of course, a lot of Lovington ties for the Crosscoast.
Of course. All right, here we go. 2nd and 15 on the incomplete pass. Shotgun right. It's going to be a formation, it looked like there for a second, but is there a timeout?
Well, the official, the white hat wasn't in position. Now he is.
Oh, okay.
He was over there talking to Jeff, I think.
Yeah, I'm just seeing this shadow here. It's just the angle and the lighting is starting to give us a little shadow, so it's.
I'll tell you, once sun came down, it's pretty pleasant out.
Oh, actually, you got a good view there.
With the breeze.
Yeah, you got a better view on that window open there. That's good. Gomez rolling out to his right, in trouble. Delivers, and that is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, two Coyotes kind of fighting over the pick there.
Yeah.
And looks like it was, well, one of them was Keegan Nichols. I can't really see the number on the other guy. Either one of them had a pretty good shot at a pick, but they're able to knock it down, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Down in distance means nothing right now. They're not going to punt it. They'll give the ball over to the Coyotes if they don't get something on 4th down.
Yeah, my man Thomas gave us a text message earlier, too. Just a shout-out to Thomas, KSVPTV.com. The score is 42-12, 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the contest. It's going to be an empty set. Tight trips to the top of your screen. Twins to the bottom here. Gomez, the quarterback, slaps his hand or claps his hands. In trouble, rolling out to his right, in trouble. And that's going to be possibly picked off.
It is.
And it's going to be picked off by number 4,
That's Kevin
Molina.
Yeah, Kevin Molina. So I was about to comment earlier that we hadn't seen many subs in the secondary, and as soon as I say that, Kevin Molina, one of those 20 juniors on the team,
Right.
List him as a wide receiver. Don't even list him defensively, but he's out there and he makes the most of it.
Right.
As he gets the pick.
Well, I know, and we didn't do it this week because we just didn't, time didn't allow us to do this. But next week we're going to try. You don't know this yet, but we're going to go ahead and try to guess scores around the state of New Mexico. Is that the proper wording, I should say?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, Manny Fuentes. No, that's going to be Padilla at quarterback.
And I don't know who's running, but he's got 12 yards.
So Andrew Padilla is taking the snaps now as Manny Fuentes will go to the sideline and probably have the remainder of the night off with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left, I would assume.
Did you see you had that carry?
I didn't, but I will tell you. Because now it looks like there's some substitutions in the ballgame. Padilla, the quarterback.
It was this same guy.
Yeah, I just can't get the numbers.
So he got 12, and then he got 3.
31. That's going to be Matt Castillo.
Okay.
And then you have number 11 is A.B. Toscano in there as well. Getting some quality playing time in the first half and still continues to get it.
Well, Matt Castillo had that 29-yard catch earlier.
And there's going to be a good run by number 24. Let me make sure that is right. Wes Gallegos?
I don't think so.
No, that can't be.
23. Dominic Pacheco.
Yeah, okay, so Dominic Pacheco is getting some reps at the running back spot.
Yeah, this is not a good time to be trying to read numbers.
Yeah, it's really hard, really difficult, especially 3rd and 1 from the 12-yard line. Coyotes are up 42-12, approaching the 3-minute mark.
They're not going to get the first down.
It's going to bring up a 4th down. Maybe it's going to be close. That is number 23. That is Dominic Pacheco. That is confirmed.
So Pacheco loses a couple on that one. So that will bring up 4th and a long 2, a short 3.
Yep.
See, I'm trying a field goal here.
Yeah, well, I think you can go either way. I
mean, maybe he's just confident in Peyton.
Well, maybe you get a long count here. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that is what they're doing.
And they're going to call a timeout. We'll stay here. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. They're just trying to get a long count, trying to draw them off sides, and then maybe.
So I guess it's pick and choose. You can try your kicker.
Uh-huh.
We don't kick a lot of field goals. Probably over/under on kicking field goals for the season is 2. But you need to know that he's got it. He's got the leg. But there's 10 other guys that have to do their job too. So I would like to see him try a field goal here. But now you can see your second team offense. Can they get it done in a 4th and short situation? So, I mean, it's whatever you want to see.
Yeah, I love the strategy. That you're exactly right. I mean, Kenner does have the leg, but you know what? This is week 1. You're building the program. You have 160 kids in the program. I don't believe at this point you said there's no freshmen or sophomores on the varsity team as of right now. None. You know what? I love it that Coach Lynn is giving some reps to his backup quarterback in Padilla, and let's see what he can do.
Yeah, because Padilla is a junior. I mean, he's going to have a quarterback next year, and it's going to be Padilla or it's going to be Jacob Palomino or it's going to be Luke Lynn.
Luke Lynn.
Yeah. So yeah, this is important.
Extremely important.
But look here.
There you go. We just said it, didn't we?
Look here. They're lining up for the kick, and it's going to be a 30-yard attempt for Peyton Kennard, left hash. Wind blowing left to right. High snap, gets it down.
And,
it's up.
Oh, well, plenty of leg, and he's good. The field goal's good from 30, but he has every bit of 40, 45.
Yeah, easily.
So 30-yard field goal for Peyton Kennard. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
All right, we are back. 45-12 on a 30-yard field goal by Peyton Kinnard. Nothing but that strong-legged young man.
Yeah, that one would have been good from, I'm thinking 48.
I'm going to say, 48.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, look at that.
And this is going to go out of bounds.
So the Wildcats will take over.
So he won't be happy with that. Maybe the wind was blowing a lot harder left to right for the field goal attempt than it was for the kickoff. Maybe he overcompensated there, but he kicks it out of bounds, and it'll be Lovington Wildcat ball at the 35. 2 minutes, 19 seconds remain. Those of you listening on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, it is 45-12. It looks like the Coyotes will start the season off with a victory on the road against a perennially tough Lovington Wildcat team.
Yeah, the Roswell Coyotes will be back in action next Friday at the Wool Bowl as they take on the Santa Fe Demons.
Okay, so you know what? We dodged a bullet here because they called an illegal procedure penalty of some sort on the kickoff, so they're going to back them up 5 yards and give them a chance to kick it again. They should have declined that penalty.
I don't understand why they did not
Maybe
decline.
they can't because it's pre-snap?
No, I'm pretty certain that you can decline that.
Boy, they sure should have, unless they think they can get a run back out of it.
Well, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to get back on the board, trying to get their squad a little better, get them some more reps, I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, again, it's what do you want to work on?
Right.
Your 2-minute drill, which you're going to get to work on anyway, or your kickoff return, and they've been successful on kick returns.
Look at that kick. It's just back to the original. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so
You got a number there?
They netted a 8-yard loss there by accepting that penalty.
Absolutely. That was insane.
And I did not get the tackler, but
wasn't sure either, so it's going to be on the 25, about the 26 and a half. We'll call it the 27-yard line.
So they're giving Kevin Molina some more reps at the cornerback spot. He had the nice pick earlier.
Okay, Gomez still the quarterback for the Lovington Wildcats, dropping back to pass and in trouble. And, that's a great pass up the middle and caught once again by number 3. That is going to be Cesar Gonzalez, and that's going to be a touchdown for Lovington.
Yeah, great job staying in bounds as the defender dives after him in a last-ditch effort to prevent the touchdown. But
yeah,
you see just how explosive this Lovington offense can be. They've hit us now 3 times.
Right.
On the big hitters. Now they can't match us offensively. Our defense was tough except for those 3 plays. So they still have the comfortable lead, but you just see what they're capable of.
Well,
offensively.
Absolutely. Wyatt Gomez, he stands at 6'1". He is classified as a senior. And just a strong arm. They're going to try the 2-point conversion right here. Let's see if they're going to be successful this time. And nope. It is going to be a penalty. And that one's going to be on I think it's going to be number 24, Wes Gallegos, is it? I keep on saying Wes. I got a shadow. You might have a better.
No, it's 54.
54, okay. So that is 54 is going to be Gabriel Castro. But,
Yeah, and
Cesar Gonzalez looks good too. I mean, he's doing a great job for Lovington.
He had those long runs, and now they've got trips right, and they go the other way.
Quick fade to number 6 once again, and that's going to be DeMarcus Thompson, and incomplete.
Yeah, Molina with good coverage there. giving up several inches, but got it done defensively.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to just go out on a limb and say this. I'm pretty sure, 18 points is – wasn't expecting that. I really think that probably Coach Bolaños is probably going to be a little upset with the 18 points.
Yeah, I mean he will be just because we know him, and
right.
he's gonna be upset with anything but 0. But this is a high-powered offense. I think overall you got to be pretty happy because it's not like they ever were marching down the field and consistently beating your defense. Yes, they got the 3 big hitters.
Right.
One was on a busted play.
Okay.
One was, somebody didn't stay with their assignment, and they got them going the opposite direction on the, cutback. Not really cutback, but and a great pass and a great route and a great job getting down the field and staying in bounds. So, I mean, other than those 3 plays, they've been dominant. Turnovers.
Oh, without
interceptions.
Without a doubt. I'm not.
But you're right. Coach Bolaños never going to be happy. Unless there's a 0 up there, he's never going to be happy.
No, and he's going to reflect on that.
And he's got things to work on.
And there's things to work on. That's what I'm trying to say. Always improvement. And nonetheless, his defense has been phenomenal. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Just credit to knowing Coach Bolaños, you're exactly right. He just wants to see nothing but 0.
And really, it's been – and now the hands team is in. You got Bryce out there. You got Eli out there. You've got – Keegan Nichols out there on that first row, and you've got Giovanni, I believe.
Yep, L.J. Macias right there on the 45-yard line.
Yeah, so this is definitely the hands team. Nobody deep. Which can be dangerous too.
Right.
Nobody deep. If they kick that over, who's that? That's Estrada. If they get the ball over Estrada's head and hustle down the field, that could be dangerous as well.
Oh, I love the strategy Coach Gonzalez is doing here. I mean, you never give up. They're going to try to kick it either way. Okay, they're trying to hurry up, both sides. I love it.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's going to be recovered by the Coyotes.
And Bryce Sanchez with the stone hands.
That's a little interesting there,
Oh, Bryce.
Ambidextrous, I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting onside kick attempt there. And Bryce, I got to give you a hard time, my man. Ball hit you in the worst place possible, right in both your hands. That caromed like a shot in an old Western.
45-18. We're under 2 minutes now left in this contest. Change of quarterback here. It's going to be Andrew Padilla now. He will be in pistol formation here. He has a couple of eligible receivers to the top of the screen here. He's going to hand it off. I believe that's to number 20. I keep on saying 24, but it's not.
No, that's Godoy, I believe. Is it 34?
It's 34.
Yeah.
That is number 34. That's
so Godoy gets -3.
Unless Coach Lynn has a duplicate number here, but no, I don't see that on your roster here. So it is going to be Luis Godoy, the 5'8" junior, and there's going to be another timeout. You want to go to a commercial?
No, let's just stay here.
Sounds
good. Stay here. Maybe talk about next week.
Okay, let's do. So for the Roswell Coyotes, once again, next Friday at 7 p.m. at the Wool Bowl, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on Santa Fe High School. Their mascot, they are the Demons. And then, of course, Lovington Wildcats. They will be in Seminole, Texas. That game will start at 7 p.m.
And you better warn your fans, partner.
Yes.
You will not be broadcasting next week.
Yes, that is correct. Next weekend, I will not be in town. I will do the annual leave and head up to the Dallas area to watch the Dallas Cowboys Oakland Raider game. That's kind of been kind of little tradition in the family, and it's really a kind of the birthday present. So,
well, that'll be great for you, and have a good time. And I don't know who will be helping me out, if anyone, but
right.
I will be there, and I will probably have a partner.
One way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah. And if I don't, I don't. Oh, they tried a little basketball dribble there.
That's A.B. Toscano. Speaking of basketball, he plays basketball. He can dribble. He can shoot. He can run. He can do about anything.
Well, he got lucky right there because that was not, and that's really. Should that have been an incomplete pass? I think that should have been an incomplete pass.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I didn't see it. Did it go forward?
I think it did. I think that should have been an incomplete pass.
So if it was at the line of scrimmage, then.
Well, it was behind the line of scrimmage, but he did pitch it forward to him. I think that should have been incomplete.
Okay.
But they did give him credit for it, and he picked up, I want to say 10 yards. So Toscano will, and that's a catch.
It is considered a catch. Yeah, and a completed pass.
Yeah.
There's going to be a handoff once again to A.B. Toscano, and it will be a first down for the Roswell Coyotes.
How many are we giving him on that?
It looks like we're going to give him about 8.
First down, Coyotes.
So it's first down and 10. Clock's approaching the 60-second mark. 45-18 is the score. And, again, it's going to be Andrew Padilla at the quarterback position.
I'd like to see him put the ball in the air.
4-man front defensively for Lovington, and the ball is going to go back to Toscano. No, it's not. Toscano's down here in the bottom part of your screen.
Is Godoy?
It might be to go.
Well, that's a big kid. No, that wasn't the ball carrier. Oh, well, it was Godoy.
Okay, it was Godoy.
So we're going to give him 3 on that carry. Gets him up to 25. Oh, boy.
Oh, nice little run. Godoy once again.
Yep. Going to give him 14 on that one.
Godoy on the carry again. First down.
Okay, so another first down,
but
that's going to be the ball game. And so the final score is 45-18. You want to take about 3 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Coyotes do win 45-18. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break. We'll go over some statistics and give you player of the game. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KCPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to light and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Calici's is ready to bring you the coolest dessert in the desert. Desert Ice, a 100% fat-free and dairy-free premium fruit ice that's made daily. Whether in the desert on a cone, a cup, or as a mix-it, Desert Ice is the perfect treat to cool you down when things get hot. Available in fruitastic flavors like mango, strawberry, lemon, and orange. Try it alone, in a cone, or take it to the party zone and mix it in with any Calici's flavor. Turns out the desert can be a pretty cool place. Get to Calici's on North Main in Roswell. Roswell's newest spot to chill out. Hey, Roswell.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football as the Roswell Coyotes win big, 45-18 here in Lovington. And Coach McDonald, let's go over some stats real quick, and then we'll close it out.
All right, defensively for the Coyotes, you had 1 tackle from Aiden Rutley. You had 2 tackles each from Matt Avitia, Dominic Silva, Noah Lynn, one of those a sack, Gage Gladue, Jeremiah Monreal, and 3 tackles from Nate Quintero, Vernon Molinar, Eli Lynn, 4 Carrasco, Keegan Nichols, and Damian Quezada. And leading the team in tackles today, Connor Nichols with 5. 4 tackles for loss for the game, 1 from Carrasco, 1 from Noah Lynn, 1 from Dominic Silva, 1 from Matt Avitia. That one was also technically a sack. Then we had 2 interceptions, 1 from Zai Carrasco, the other from Jeremiah Monreal. We had 3. Also 1 from Kevin Molina, and 1 blocked kick from Noah Lynn. So pretty productive defensively for the Coyotes. Special teams, Peyton Kennard, 1 for 1 for field goals. That was good from 30 yards, and a perfect 6 for 6 for extra points. Zai Carrasco, 3 punts for a total of 89 yards, and one of them the spectacular 23-yard punt that we talked about. No punt returns for the Coyotes, 2 kick returns, 1 from Jacob Sedilla, 1 from Mikey Lucero, but both of those for no yards as they were recovered onside kick varieties. Lots of penalties for the Coyotes. They can definitely work on that. I have unofficially 9 penalties for the Coyotes on the day. Running of football today, lots of Coyotes ran the football today. Abe Toscano, 1 carry for 8 yards. Dom Pacheco, 2 for a total of 4 yards. Matt Castillo, 2 for 15 yards. Josh Estrada, 1 for 26. Andrew Padilla, 2 carries for -4 yards. Those are both actually sacks. Luis Godoy, 6 carries for a total of 39 yards. Manny Fuentes rushed the ball 8 times, including the sacks, for a total of 29 yards and a touchdown. And then, of course, the lead back, the bell cow, my man Bryce Sanchez, 17 carries, 94 yards, and 1 touchdown for Big Bryce Sanchez. Passing the ball tonight, Manny Fuentes was a very efficient 15 of 19 for 230 yards and 3 touchdowns. And I'm telling you, just the 4 incompletions, and 2 of them were drops. So that was really good for Manny. Andrew Padilla, 1 for 1 for 10 yards as he came in late in the game. Receiving, it was another long list of receivers, mostly for Fuentes. It was Malachi Mitchell, 3 catches, 79 yards. He led the team. Josh Estrada had 2 carries for 11 yards. Giovanni Apodaca, 1 catch. I said carry before these are catches. A catch for 5 yards. LJ Macias, 1 catch for 11. Manny Segala, 3 catches for a total of 53 yards and a touchdown. Matt Castillo, 1 catch for 29. Peyton Kennard, 1 catch for 25 and a touchdown. A.B. Toscano, 2 catches for 17 yards. 3 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown. So that will do it for the statistics, and pretty good start to the season, partner.
Well, I'll tell you what, great job as usual, Coach McDonald. Just a great job with the statistics there. And as you mentioned earlier, the Roswell Coyotes go 1-0 as they defeat the Lovington Wildcats 45-18. The Lovington Wildcats will be back in action next week as they take on Seminole at 7 p.m. And, of course, the Roswell Coyotes will be back in action next week against Santa Fe High School, the Demons, at 7 p.m. We're going to close this out from Lovington High School. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Safe travels back to Roswell. And it's always great to be a Coyote. Good night.